The man used his finger to gather the fog on the car window, then leaned in and licked the water droplets to quench his thirst. He had been trapped in the car for more than 10 hours after trying to steal it. The car body and windows were extremely tough. Then, the owner called and told him that the car was specially designed for thieves. The next second, the man noticed that the air conditioner had been turned on. At first, the cool air felt great, especially after suffering from the heat. But slowly, the temperature dropped sharply. The man began to shiver from the cold. He took off the shirt he had used to wrap his wound and put it back on, but it didn't help. He used the floor mat to cover the biggest air vent and stuffed paper into the smaller ones. But even then, cold air kept pouring in. The man lay on the back seat, nearly frozen to death. Just then, the car owner called again. When questioned, the man showed no guilt for trying to steal the car, so the owner ignored his request for water. Suddenly, a police car stopped in front of the vehicle. The man saw a glimmer of hope. The police walked around the car, observing it from every side, but they couldn't hear the man's cries for help. They also couldn't see what was happening inside the car. In the end, they just left a parking ticket on the windshield and drove away. It started to rain lightly, but the thirsty man could only swallow his own saliva to stay alive. Still not satisfied with the punishment, the car owner called again. He told the man there was a water hose in the trunk. The man rushed to check and found a real hose with water coming out of it. He filled only half a bottle before drinking it all at once. Just as his thirst was relieved, the owner turned on the heater. As the man began to overheat, the owner turned off the air again. This back and forth torture went on for a while. The man grew both hungry and thirsty. In desperation, he even tried to eat the paper he had stuffed into the vents. As he fell into despair, another thief came along and tried to break into the same car. But the new thief was clumsy and got noticed before he could even open the door. The man was crushed with disappointment. 3 days passed. Over and over, the man pressed the start button, hoping for a miracle. To his surprise, the engine actually started. He quickly buckled his seatbelt and reversed the car at full speed. When the car slammed into a wall, the airbags exploded. The man took the chance to kick through the broken glass and escaped. He rushed into a supermarket, grabbed a bottle of water, and drank it right away. He also took 2 hamburgers, sat down without caring about the people staring, and began eating like crazy. Just then, a police officer walked over and told him to leave. But the man didn't listen. He pulled out a gun and started shooting. Suddenly, the man woke up. It was all just a dream. He was still trapped inside the car.